This is a conversation that's captured attention across our 19 colleges and schools and frankly around the world. And we're playing an active leadership role in this discussion. When we think about digital education here at Michigan, sometimes we think about former President James Angel, who once described our commitment to delivering an uncommon education for the common man. And so when we're thinking about the future, we're thinking about how we can carry that commitment forward further still with the use of digital tools and technology. How is that different in a digital age, in an age of learning analytics, in an age of near infinite student choice, in an age of information abundance? So when we're thinking about digital education, it includes digital courses, it includes digital programs, it includes the use of tools and technologies, the use of analytics, and it includes preparing faculty to teach in new and interesting ways in the future. The Office of Digital Education and Innovation is a really valuable resource here at the University of Michigan. We partner with faculty and academic units across our 19 colleges and schools. We're helping to prototype, to design new programs, new courses, new use of tools and technology. We're providing feedback, really helping with an iterative design process to bring new ideas to our student community. We're working with data to make sure that we're evaluating all of these experiences, to learn from them, to really focus on transforming the residential learning experience here at the University of Michigan. We work with faculty in a number of different ways. We provide financial resources, we provide consultative services and help with things like pedagogy, with digital production, with market feasibility studies to help faculty to test out new ideas, bring them to scale, learn from them, and transform the residential learning experience at the University of Michigan. The University of Michigan has been an early pioneer in the creation of massive open online courses, and MOOCs have been one of many types of experiments in digital education for our university. It's been an interesting trigger for conversations around teaching and learning across our campus. We've created courses in thermodynamics, model thinking, finance, science fiction, cataract surgery, and many other areas across disciplines at U of M. For many, MOOCs have been a controversial topic, and it's easy to criticize what are very early stage metrics about success in MOOCs. For us, it's an obvious opportunity to learn in a digital era. Already, we're reaching millions of students around the world and providing access to high-quality University of Michigan courses. But as we look into the future and what we might get out of MOOCs in the next stage, we see opportunities to think critically about assessment, about student engagement, about how to use millions of data points about student experience. All of these things give us an opportunity to think about enhancing the residential experience here at the University of Michigan. It's interesting to think about what it takes to lead in digital education, what it takes to lead great universities in a digital world. I'm confident that the University of Michigan can continue to play that leadership role. Former President James Dudersat talked about Michigan as a trailblazer, as a pathfinder, and our unique combination of quality, scale, innovation, and a pioneering spirit. Our faculty are brilliant. Our students are committed to changing the world. We have the oldest center for research on learning and teaching in the country. We are leading the way in learning analytics. We have scale of a lifelong learning community through the largest active alumni. These are all really interesting attributes around the University of Michigan that give us confidence that we can continue to lead the way in this important discussion. We also have something called the Digital Innovation Advisory Group, which is a group of faculty who are helping us to think through some really complex challenges related to digital education. It's one thing to set a vision. It's another to describe a support structure and infrastructure that will enable that vision. And it's another to think through the complicated policies and incentives that must be in place to really scale innovation. We're coming at this from a number of angles, and it requires really thoughtful faculty, it requires energetic students, and it requires a culture that allows for experimentation. We think we have all of that at the University of Michigan. So we're really excited in Ann Arbor about the year 2017, which marks our bicentennial, 200 years as a public research university. When I think about what the third century holds for our students, I think immediately about our unwavering commitment to residential education. Then I think about all the advancements we're making right now in the early stages of digital education, around the use of data, around new modes of instruction, around personalizing education. And then I think about my own experience several years ago as an undergraduate. I had a professor named George Seidel who taught a senior seminar. It was a capstone course in the business school where you were to write a senior thesis. And we would get together for our discussions and have these really thoughtful conversations with a group of 20 people. And the next day, invariably, the day after class, I would walk to my mail folder, and George would have gone to print a number of articles that he thought I would be interested in. And in the margins would be notes on that would help me with my research, or would just be areas that he thought I would find interesting. That was really personal and impactful at that point in my life, and helped me to gain confidence in what I was researching and in how I was learning the topics in that course. And I look forward to the third century, where all of these digital tools are at our disposal. And obviously we have to make smart choices and remain focused on learning. But I think about the types of relationships that students will have with their faculty, who will be able to point them in the direction of vast resources. And I think about the peer-to-peer learning relationships that will form. And that's really exciting to me. I think about this near infinite access to information, and how we will help students with all sorts of backgrounds and learning objectives to really curate their experiences here.